amusement parks, carnivals, sporting events. Our greatest memories are often paired with this salty snack.
This really does put me in a better mood.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Hot buttered popcorn.
Popcorn. It's a staple of American culture, synonymous with moviegoers all over the world. But where did it come from? How did popcorn become the snack it is today? The answer lies right here within the Second City.
It is pretty cool to think that for almost 140 years, Creeders & Company has been building popcorn machines here in Chicago.
Meet Andrew Creeders, president of C. Creeders & Company, and the great-great-grandson of Charles Creeders.
Before 1885, my great-great-grandfather was, like many other Americans, traveling west and ended up breaking down in and around Decatur, Illinois. And he had purchased a peanut roaster. That's when Charles Creeders decided to move to Chicago because Chicago at the time was a booming industrial city.
Imagine a theater without popcorn, without salt and butter. We were a lot closer to that reality than many would think, and we owe it all to a peanut roaster and Charles Creeders, the inventor of the popcorn machine.
Popcorn has been known as a snack for thousands of years, but really before the invention of the popcorn machine, it was just set next to a hot fire where it could then pop and hopefully you'd be able to salvage some of the pieces, or placed in a basket over a hot flame. While it worked, it provided a snack that was prone to burning. Somewhere along the line, if I had to guess, I would think that he probably tried to put some popcorn into the peanut roaster. And when that didn't work, rather than just being discouraged and moving on, he endeavored to find a way to pop popcorn. He came to realize that the peanut roaster is basically like cooking popcorn over an open flame the old way. So it was, rife with those same problems of potential of burning, unevenly cooked. At some point, he came upon the idea of using what is now known as leaf lard, just enough oil to help transfer that heat. It was around 1893 that he got that machine patented. That was the birth of the modern-day popcorn machine.
'93. Why does that year ring a bell? Oh, that's right. It was the year of the World's Columbian Exposition, also known as the Chicago World's Fair. It brought people from all over the world to marvel at Chicago architecture, art, and industry. And with more than 27 million people descending upon the fairgrounds, it was the perfect opportunity to introduce the world to popcorn.
Popcorn wasn't really a well-known snack. That's why all of his early machines had a peanut roaster and a popcorn machine, so that he could sell and attract people to peanuts, which people all knew. And then when people were then curious to see what this new product was that was falling from this pan, the story is that he gave popcorn away to introduce it to people. So it was really very much a new and unknown snack at the time.
Let's all go to the lobby.
But that didn't last long. Soon, popcorn became a favorite. And it didn't take long for the movie industry to take note.
He really did start an industry. The early popcorn wagons and machines were kind of like today's modern food trucks. So that's really how the machines came to be at the movie theaters. As the Depression came through, the folks that still had the money to go see a movie, they would line up outside the theater to buy their tickets. Well, they were a perfect target for the popcorn guy. And at the time, the movie theaters didn't permit food in the theaters. When these movie theater operators, who were also affected by the Depression and looking for ways to increase their revenues, they started to think, hey, maybe this is a way we can make some additional money. Let's start selling the popcorn.
With Chicago theaters producing huge numbers for film studios, it was no surprise that Chicago, not California, was the original hub for Hollywood.
A lot of people think that Hollywood was the center of filmmaking, and it was not. It was right here in the Windy City. It was here in Chicago. It was at S&A Studios in Andersonville, was the hub, was the epicenter of not just filmmaking in Chicago, but filmmaking across the United States of America. The films that were released were these little shorts. They were played at what were referred to as Nickelodeons, where 1 out of every 5 movies that you might see at a Nickelodeon was done right here in Chicago.
From Charlie Chaplin to Bronco Billy to Max Linder, SNA courted movie stars to the Windy City.
Unfortunately, SNA's rule didn't last very long, roughly a little less than a decade.
But while Hollywood has since moved out of Chicago, C. Creeders and Company has never left.
It's funny, when I was growing up, we never had a popcorn machine in our house, because my dad designed and built the machines here at work. So for him, the smell of popcorn is maybe the smell of work, but there's nothing like the smell of fresh popcorn, the sound of fresh popcorn. You're gonna have a great experience when that popcorn is popped fresh.
Also, check out Creeders.com for more information. And a huge shout out to our photographer, Bill Klazura, who found out all this stuff, put this all together.
Put this all together. Great job, Bill.